Well, hello, Jesse Dollemore again from Weaver Agency, Roseman, California. Um, okay, the formalities. 2:45 in the afternoon on the Saturday of the 16th of December 2023, the Weaver Agency of Rosamond, California. Are we done yet? All right. So basically, Fox News has a conniption fit regarding the video. And you're stating that this was done on Instagram because you sure as hell haven't got it on YouTube. Except for Fox News trying to repeat it left and right over and over again on it. I know because they've got several things being repeated left and right. Thank you, algorithms, for that one. I watched the clips, and I was also watching some of the other videos that you failed to mention. Not just Joe Biden's or whoever did the musical video in the White House. Also, on CBS News, they were showing a different viewpoint of the White House. Beautiful and decorated like crazy. Comparing that to Jill Biden's area. You know, it had to go through the communications office and through the chief of staff to okay this. Not to mention going through President Biden on this one. And because it is Democrat, it is from the Bidens. And it is liberal. And because when you compare the CBS video to what was being done, authorized by the White House, authorized by the woke liberalism invasion in the White House, you try to see the lunatic's point in this. The CBS viewpoint, when they were showing the walkthrough of how areas of the White House itself, not talking about the West Wing, but probably could, or in different sections of it, or even the East Wing, of how different corridors and different areas look beautiful and stunning, dignified, dignity, respect, holiday season festive. What it didn't show was any people walking around in the area. The areas were cleared off, like it was empty or something. The hollowed halls of the White House looking dignity. Because this is how it's supposed to be Christmas, this conservative starkness. And then you had to have these people. Now, when you were talking about Steve Miller and Laura Ingraham, you know they were going to be throwing the race card on this one. Because it was racist to them. Multi ethnicities in there doing a choreographed dance routine. It was supposed to be holly jolly and festival. I guess they were expecting people to be dressed up dignified in Victorian outfits from the 18th or 19th century, probably 19th century, with the top hats, waistcoats, and whatever the women were wearing during those days. Long, flowing, covering everything else up, dignified with a hair bonnet on there, and trying to show this is Christmas, Victorian style, this is conservatism. This is how Christmas is supposed to be. We'll sing Christmas carols all throughout the place, and that's supposed to be glorious. A hoochie coochie in the White House? Are you kidding? Ah, there's a woman dressed up, and we're going to be throwing the race card on this one here. She's black, and she's young, and she's got attributes. She's exposing her legs and she's dancing around. No! And who's this other guy looking like he's a nutcracker? Is he a nut bar? Ah! And the guys with the wigs on. No! This is not dignity. This is not Christmas. This is not Victorian. This is not conservative. This is madness. Hold the thought. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Macy's Thanksgiving Parade. In front of Macy's, there's an area where we have the Rockefeller Rockets. The Rockettes! And how do they dress? I suppose conservatives have something against the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade. And the New York City Rockettes dancing away in nearly the same outfits. A little bit of styling, a little bit of different color differentiation, but who cares? They're skippy legs. It's skippy bodies. It's skippy. It's hideous. It's gay. It's liberaling. It's dancing. It's And yet, to the video that just showed last, and you're having a field day over that one. Which, yes, Fox News hasn't gone over yet. They hadn't gone insane over that one. If they had, they would have had a problem with that. But because they mentioned Trump all the time. See, that's the catch. That's the catch. It isn't Trump. It's not Trump, Jess. If it was a Trump White House, in the past 4 years of this lunatic, did they actually have things like that happening in the White House? Did they actually show anything like that? Go through your back tapes on that one. Go through your logs. Go through whatever you can. Google search that one. Did you ever find the Trumplicants, including the head gas bag, allow such a thing happening in the White House? Hell, even Obama didn't do that. But Obama would have probably had carol singers in there. And he was still being torn apart because he's a black president. And he's liberal and he's wokeism. He's not conservative. He's not Trump. He's not close-minded. But putting that aside right now, bringing up the dignity portion over here. For a long while before we actually got into this televised and social media stuff for our understanding of the holiday seasons, we had it formalized. I mean, yeah, you would have holiday singers out doing carols to different neighborhoods left and right. In fact, we got some of them happening out here in the Antelope Valley, California. People would dress up warmly and sing. Expected. Conservative. Not dramatic. Calm. But still trying to maintain a joyful, peaceful attitude. Not political. Going back over the video that you had. What you were talking about. I'm putting it on play, but I got the mute on right now. So I am looking at what you had. Okay, so going through one of the corridors, we have Candy Lane Stripe. If I want to get back on that portion of the woman, I'll widen my screenshot. I got another computer. I'm looking at the video right now. Okay, so she's holiday, she's festive. She's a professional dancer. She's attractive. And she's very liberal. How? Because she's not stiff. She's professional. She's not amateurish. It's choreographed. Choreographed to the music. I don't have to listen to it. I can see the dance. I'm not a dance expert, but I'm watching this anyway. She's got my attention. The costume, outrageous, and yet New York City Rockettes, is that outrageous? Political, because we are in the White House. Political. We are in the Biden White House. Political. Continuing on with the video. And then here comes another guy coming out. Okay, so he's got this headgear on, the purple flower on it. He's supposed to be, he's not a poinsettia, but he's supposed to be something that's, I don't know, holiday? I can't tell what kind of flower he's supposed to be representing, but, and here comes a guy coming out with a suit, with a headgear on, acting as if he was a king or not. This is choreographed. Okay, let me get back in there again. And then, are these office workers or are they professional? I wonder. Because I'm going to back up on the video again. Yeah, I'm doing a play-by-play on this one. So this is going to be a long-ass video. You're going to hate it. You can see where the dancers are hiding. Okay, after that flower guy went, then you have a guy with a crown on his head and an office suit. If you want to take it into perspective and context at this point, Jesse, I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it either. I mean, you had it right on that one. There was supposed to be nothing wrong with this, except we're dealing with the White House, we're dealing with dignity, we're dealing with respect at this point over here. It looks like a hoochie coochie line. And from a conservative point of view, this is insulting because this is the White House. This is supposed to be dignity. And yet this is the holiday season. Scratch your heads on this one here, pal. Okay, so while this young black lady is doing her kicking and stuff, and you have a woman coming up with the looks like a 1950s outfit, complete with the footwear, and she's wearing this thing that's reminds me, and her character is looking around at the magnificence of it. Now, also keep this in mind. Nutcracker. I'd seen only elements of the Nutcracker. I'd seen it on PBS. I'd heard the music. I got some of the music. It's wonderful Russian music. Russian music. Jesse, it's Russian music. I tell you, American, it's communism. It's Putin. Conservatives like that kind of stuff, now, don't they? Anyway, so I'm looking at the one in one particular scene. I've got it stopped, or I'm looking at the Nutcracker in the background with the red and orange and the black. But you notice these actors, these dancers, are black. In the White House, it's undignified. This is the kind of thing I think would drive Steve Miller crazy worse. I mean, if he actually was allowed to go crazy. He is so damn wooden right now. I don't know what the hell he is. Is he a robot? Is he an android? Do we know? Ugh, he scares me. No, he doesn't scare me. He grosses me out. And he was the one advising Trump on all this damn racial crap at this point over here. My God, they are crawling out of the woodworks, aren't they? Okay, continuing on with the video that you were showing, a little clip there. I'm going into one particular section. Okay, so they switched on the scene. I love that one. From one particular room, they switched into another room where it's beautiful. It's decorated. It's got the Christmas tree in it. The lady in the blue is the young girl in the play. You didn't even mention about this one, now did you? Unobservant idiot? Oh, okay, I'll take that back to idiot. Unobservant. How about that one? You didn't even bother to mention about that one. You're just worried about Fox News and you're trying to freak people out about your own damn viewpoints on this damn shit. So yeah, about to turn Grinch on you. Regarding the video, so it's another room of the White House that they have the Christmas tree displays. Again, you have to compare it to the CBS and a few other, maybe ABC if they did a walkthrough, but I think CBS did the walkthrough into the house. Now they had to have a pool reporter to do this. Either that, or they allowed CBS exclusive content to show this. So they had to allow something to do the walkthrough on this one and allow the comparisons on this. It's a beautiful tree. I wish I had that one. I mean, I wish I had it. It would be nice, but too damn big for my apartment. It's beautiful. That must have taken about a week just to get that thing decorated. I must have had an army for that one. Anyway. Now we are seeing, in the next scene, as they're entering into the room, the Nutcracker being displayed in a different format. Jess, okay, getting us further into it. The Nutcracker is sophisticated. It is classical in its dance moves, in its music. It's timeless. Again, conservative would probably like this because it's been around for so long. People have accepted it as classical Christmas. If we want to get racial about this one, if we want to get political about it, it's Russian made. And keep this in mind. Conservative thinking at this point. Some things are commonly accepted. It takes them a hell of a long while to figure that shit out before they go into the subdivide and derision again. And the video that they have is updated dancing 20s or 30s style soft shoe. Perhaps of the older generation would understand that one. It's not the classical ballet sweeping style dance moves here, Jess. We're talking 1920s or 1930s, almost 40s. Ballroom dancing a little bit, maybe a touch of it, with a bit of swing and rocket energy in it. It's like a Broadway show. It's a Broadway show in the White House. More added to the conservative fire because of what it's trying to tell us. I mean, this is creativity at work here. This is something creative and festive enough where you can get away with it. It's not insulting. At least I hadn't seen it insulting. And you got a problem with a guy with a flower suit? You're not thinking. You're not comparing, contrasting. You're not figuring this shit out. I'm in college. I'm noticing a hell of a lot more things to compare and contrast with, believe me. It doesn't mean I'm an expert. I'm just noticing more and more things that remind me. And not to mention I'm using my own life's experience of things I've seen and experienced, and not to mention other videos and medias that I've been noticing. I'm seeing elements. This is a Nutcracker element. This is Nutcracker. To the point where you got another guy dressing around and dancing up a storm in this place. Of different areas that they've definitely cordoned off and choreographed. The area is beautiful, but the thing is they're still using scenes that they've done previously, and they're using it as the format of different areas, either matching or not matching to the floor plan of the White House. But it's still beautiful. I mean, if public were allowed to go through it, this would have been something to see during the holiday season. And this is a way also to show the public of how beautiful the rooms are and trying to be festive enough for the holiday season. And why would conservatives have a problem with it? Because you've got a Broadway show in there. multi-ethnic, racially profiled, of different races and different cultures doing the Nutcracker. Probably jazzed up a bit. I hadn't listened to the music. I wish I had listened to the music on this one. I can only listen in the back of my head what the Nutcracker thing would be like. And I'm seeing one of the guardsmen dressed in costume of one of the Nutcrackers in there, dancing through the corridors. And here goes another young lady with the... Oh, it's the same lady originally. Nice long corridor. Christmas trees, artificial or natural, abound. I'm looking at all those damn trees. You know what I miss, Jesse? I miss decorating. It's nothing like decorating a Christmas tree. I prefer the artificial instead of the naturals. But a different video about that one. Continuing on, I'm seeing on this video clip that you're still showing Broadway, tap, soft shoe, and here we are again. Gentleman with the flower outfit, and they're popping in left and right, not to mention throwing around a candy cane. My God, don't throw around a candy cane. You might be festive enough. Eek! Despite the fact that I'm seeing all these, and then I'm seeing the choreograph on this one. It's just, I don't get it either. I really don't understand. They are a professional troupe. This is tap. This is Broadway. This is Nutcracker. And they are showing different rooms. Probably enough for the public to see. Probably in the residence. And yeah, having a guy doing an air guitar. I mean, that's just air guitar. I gotta laugh. I'm sorry. I gotta laugh at the damn thing. And then, beyond that particular video, well, let's see. Fox News was still having a conniption fit over the guy has, Steve Miller really has a burr up his ass on this one. That's for damn sure. I'm not apologizing for the length of it on my particular video here, but we haven't even come across the lunatic asylum where we're dealing with, oh, what was that one about? Oh, yeah, you said the best is yet to come at this point over here on Instagram. Yeah. I heard, I saw, I turned it off. In its own way, in its own fashion. They're doing it outside of someone else's home here. Now, keep this in mind. Keep this in mind. The other one was on government property in an official place. It was supposed to be professional at all times. Allowing the hoochie coochie coming in there and doing their version of the Broadway Nutcracker and soft shoe and dancing and all that other fun stuff. Okay. Homegrown for almost a minute of showing the youth, the 20-somethings or earlier than that, trying to show something about how they want to show how to celebrate the holidays. Want to show them that they're supporting Donald Trump and really making it political. The difference. They're saying it. They're trying to show it all the time with the background, with all the red, and talking about it. And yeah, you really did call it on this one concerning about they're ignoring the racy video because they're talking about Donald Trump and they're talking about Conservative Party and the MAGA. And that's all they care about is producing the message. And that's all they cared about is the message on that one. I didn't watch all of it. I didn't want to listen to it. But the thing is, when you got this female lead on here, she's supposed to be attracting all the youth out there, including the male youth. They're not showing the White House. They're showing someone else's house. They're trying to get to the young voters on this one, and you were correct on that one. And Fox News doesn't care about that one. And you're correct on that. But as I was watching this thing, and I was trying not to throw up as much, I didn't want to lose. I just did not want to deal with it. So while you're having a conniption fit over this one, and you're chuckling like it's the most funniest damn thing you ever saw, probably. But I have to look at it critically. I have to look at it critical because it's the only way you can. Now, I like the hoochie coochie because I was used to that. I'm not as young and stupid like these other kids are. Yeah, I did say it, didn't I? Sex sells. They used it, and the conservatives don't care about it. They'll look the other way because they're selling conservatism. They're selling it to the kids. It's like selling cigarettes to them. Or selling vapor stuff for them. But the White House is different, not just because we have liberalism in there, because we have Biden and the Democrats who have control over the executive office. It's the holiest place in the U.S. government system because to that represents power. It represents power. It has to be dignified at all costs. Universally recognized as a seat of power because it is the executive, it orders. Congress just makes the laws that controls everything else and the purse. And the Supreme Court just belly aches. Anyway, that's my thought in the matter. I'm going to be putting another video out regarding this. As soon as I get a process through YouTube, I'm sending it out to you. I'm going to get my computer set up for this crap. All right, Jess, I'll bug you later.